Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Fakhirah Maharani. I'm from Semada Makassar. Today I'm going to tell you a story under the title The Lorax. So please pay attention and happy watching. Once upon a time there was a city named Smithfield, a place where everything is human-made and unnatural. Trees and plants are no exception. There's only an artificial tree made of plastic which can change using the remote control. City was isolated from the outside world around it, surrounded by a high walls. Aloysius O'Hare is the mayor, an ambitious and dedicated businessman who is always guarded by two big, strong bodyguards. In this place, everything was perfect. The people looked quiet and happy. In this city, there was a boy named Ted who liked a girl named Audrey. One day, Ted saw a tree painting made by Audrey in the wall, and he found out that Audrey is a real tree. So Ted decided to get a real tree and made Audrey impressed of him. But on his city, there is no real tree or even the seed. On this line, Ted's grandmother told him about a legend of the only man who knows about the real tree's fate. He was called Monsignor, a man who could give a description of a tree if given 50 cents, a nail, and a great-great-grandfather's name. He lived outside the town, shut up in a remote hut that is almost rickety, and it said that never shown himself except for his arms. Long short story, Ted went outside the town to meet Monsignor. After going through various obstacles prepared by the eccentric Monsignor finally agreed to tell the history of the real tree. But because the story is long, Ted had to visit Monsignor several times, back and forth. It all started years ago, when Monsignor was young. As a young boy, Monsignor was constantly adventuring in search of fortune, accompanied by his donkey and carts. His family laughed at his effort and believed that he would not succeed. One day, Monsignor found a very beautiful place. It is a forest of colorful tropical trees. To start a new business, he cut down a tropical trees for knitting material called snakes. He claimed his invention could be used for multi-purpose needs. It could be hats, racks, carpet, tablecloths, socks, and many more. However, this act of cutting down the trees will invite the arrival of the magical creature called Lorax. Lorax warned Monsignor not to cut trees anymore. But Lorax didn't believe and hit Lorax worse. Monsignor promised not to cut trees anymore at first. After all, Smith's product that he marketed received a negative response from the customers. But this didn't last long. Something happened. Smith's product suddenly boomed, and Monsignor received a tons of requests from the customers. At this point, Monsignor forgot about his promise to Lorax. He started producing snakes in a large scale and invite his family because the business was successful. At the insistence of his family, Snitch production was a large gain. More and more trees were cut down. Until one day, all Traveler trees were cut down. When nothing was left, snitch could no longer be produced. Business went bankrupt. And all the Onsler family left him. Everything around him was a weed, gloomy. The air and water are polluted. So that animal that was once cheerful had to flee and dying.
My name's Mary and I am 3. I would really like to
Borax,
see a tree.
who was disappointed in Monster, also went away. Later, the only son, Mark Angus. Since Grateful, since then, Monster shot himself up in that time. It seems when a hair businessman started building the old artificial city of Smithfield for the benefit of his own pup. After telling the story, Winsler realized what unless someone cared, the situation wouldn't improve. So there is no hope to improve the situation, mainly by giving back the remaining traveler seed to start with planting and raising the surrounding community. Then returned to his hometown and do what Winsler expected. But O'Hare and his henchmen were ready to stop at all costs. So, there was the action of chasing the traveler seed. That was assisted by Audrey, his grandmother and mother, trying to escape and plant the seed in the city center. O'Hare continued blocking and persuade the community that the tree was something dirty, sticky, and stinky.
Thank you, Ted.
To resuscitate the public, Ted desperate to tear down the city walls. To saw the community, the situation outside Smithfield, the barren, gloomy, pathetic situation. That also correct O'Hare words. The tree, life became healthier. The air became cleaner, and we get it for free. So far, O'Hare made residents pay for clean water, even clean air. Finally, the community became aware of O'Hare's cunning and realized the importance of planting the trees to improve the environment. Traveler seeds were successfully planted. Andre gave Ted a kiss on the cheek. Gradually, the land began to come to life, the plant began to grow, the animals returned, and Winsler was happy to reunite with Lorax. So, the end! The moral value of my story are: first, always take care of nature; second, save the earth; and last but not least, don't be greedy. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.